Oh, my Soho, urine-lashed maze of cobble and haybrick, oh, chunder-fugged, rosy-lit, cliché-worthy quadrant. I could not call you beauteous, but nightly I've strolled your Shaftesbury slums for a bout of wink and fumble, or hopped the iron-wrought gates of Soho Square, dank-scented potagerie to harvest night-blooming buds under ripening street lamps, or sloped to the Broadwick boghouse where the cisterns trickle in harmony like the three-stringed lyre, where the glory holes flicker pink-tongued, or jumped the queue for Man Bar, Video Bar, sweaty fluoro phoenix risen from the foundations of Margaret Clapp's Molly House. All this in lithe Eros's crosshairs, queer angel atop the meat rack of Cleveland Street. Eros wants me come crazy, boshed on lust, but I need a clear head for this trip. I am to be homo historian, mean to turn biogrope to biography, foreskin to forebearer. Oh, my Soho, let me linger out tonight. I have rainbow warriors to exhume. So who first killed the Homo Holy Grail? Was it the hunky Spartans, those man-on-man love missionaries who queered our leafy Roman outpost? Or did changeling Jove himself, god talons sharp for boy flesh, his comely white feathers fashion our same-sex revolution? Was Soho still fleet pasture then, Ganymede dozing on his crook, horned goats swelling the coppery paths? And who might we salute for imported whips, banishment, sober castration, point and stare in the marketplace, marble heavy shame? See, for a man to pierce a man with anything more than just a dick, e.g. amare, was patheticus. Even Hadrian's bust-worthy boif, Antinous, dread sopping from the Nile, reborn a pink dwarf constellation, suffered his queer temples to be sacked and plundered at the hands of Constantine's Christian gentrification. And didn't Caesar's bullying become blueprint for our own colonizations, filching glittering hordes of conflict minerals, leaving our subjects with leather-bound copies of Leviticus? Centuries of sodomites caged for what? An aqueduct? Regency marble? And didn't we learn the consul's trick of bread, circuses, the gruff gladiator's blood-stained six-pack? Still, what is Rome tonight to the t-shirted lads bumming menthals in the disco line, other than Caecilius est in horto, other than an HBO box set? Silver crowning Soho, throbbing within the white marble halls of our British Museum, is the Warren Cup, that Uranian chalice of Victorian naivety, that blueprint of queer hope, smithed when Roman homos would meet in secret, unearthed, buffed up, when us homos would still meet in secret, yet worshipped by Warren's velveted posse as a symbol of freedom, and reimagined, fetishized as forward-thinking. Still, there is more to queerness than just trans-historical bum fun, more than the cup's glittering nostalgia of myrtle wreath and leather strap, of embossed bearded boy love, of gilded lithe limbs. What about the modern homosexual's plea for lifestyle, joint lodgings, legality? What about love? Oh my Soho, Warren's cup is no wedding cup, but a how-to fuck cup passed around at togaed orgies, a mischievous relic. Every empire, ours included, has done its savage best to stamp us out, redact our mission, its violent reception from the permanent collection. Oh my Soho, you are my museum tonight. Show me instead our true lineage. Show me the offstage trauma, the sentences for sterile acts, the gleaming shears, the specific dismemberments, the smouldering pyres. Show me the Poland street pillory, where even in Warren's faux progressive epoch, boys would hang their blue-eyed heads in shame, all now just pissed on tarmac. Oh my Soho, recall for me the White Swan 27, hauled from ale-soaked interiors into the frowning dawn, paraded by the Peel Street runners as dangerous puffs. My brothers, may I call you brothers? The billowing rainbows of Beak Street still mark our gallows road. Tyburn tree casts a lengthy phallic shadow over Soho tonight. Look up to watch the queer fruit hang, swing. And what of the 57 silent martyrs, names blotted from the ledger in the reign of bloody Victoria? What of gay King Eddie pokered by his own desire? What of horny Henry's bloodthirsty buggery act? What of enforced penance, of breaking rocks, of the sharpened Judas cradle? Oh my Soho, my tongue's untied by trauma. We're a people robbed of ancestors. They were stolen, hooded from us. We're born of citizens, yet penned in our prime postcode under pixelated surveillance, surrounded by smiling agents provocateurs, plain-clothed pretty coppers at the pissoirs, gangs of aggro-potent lads, the bisexual terrorist, his bag blast of nails. Oh my Soho, my haven, my bunker, my West Central Bank. Take me back to the black vaults of heaven where the medieval leather daddies shine like ripe aubergines, and I can slow dance with martyrs under strobe. Within the popper fog, their scarred bodies jolt like illuminated script. Before Sunday jazz at Compton's was the sickly Swiss tavern, its bruised dark windows, boisterous backroom, posters of symptoms bearing photocopied lesions, the Rorschach of KS and the new scare lingo PCP, LAV, grid. So is illness our ancestor. And how many times have I queued for a prick in the shadow of Subway, subwoofing birthplace of the UK virus, to feel made clean? I have touched genocide with my tongue again and again, and somehow learnt nothing but fear. And how many of us wasted on AZT, on silence, on blood hysteria, before express clinics set up their lunch hour prick and goes, before Truvada whore became a hashtag. Oh, how far we've come since the silver nose of syphilis, since the Santa Maria's cargoed gonorrhea. Oh, my Soho, just how did our gorgeous species survive the parliamentarians' drug embargoing slaughter, the proxy diagnosis, the segregated blood drives, the censored sex ed classes, the NHS's test and detain orders, the government's waning funds, the GP's apathy, ignorance. These days, we homos are held under glass, while the warm geneticist prods at our nature. Are we nothing more than chemical enzymes? Rainbow dots dividing under the sanitized glare of ×4, ×10, ×40. Behold chromosome marker QX28, our root, our cocky code, shining on a slide like the rosy hues of St. Bartholomew's stained-glass flayed chest, scarlet, fuchsia, carmine, patinating the Rupert Street pavements. And always a young homo sloping by, scratching at scabs, spots, scars, piecing together last night's happy hour. The beer blur of boys, the what went where, the who did what to me. Oh, my Soho, my teeming Petri dish, my ER, my graveyard. So many of us born at the foot of that televised tombstone. So many faggy foundlings orphaned on your gum-pitted curbs. Oh, my Soho, for centuries your name meant kill, the animal, the heretic, the revolutionary. And yet no one is screaming. We are dancing through the slaughter as your name pulses from within the base. An epigenetic earworm, an open wound. And Crispin's beloved black cat, Oscar's Ketteners, the Caravan Club and Golden Calf are raised, rebranded gastropubs to serve reclaimed chitterlings, sweetbreads, faggots. Our prefab condos with plate-glass views, our pret-a-manger's, even viral Subway has been bricked up, vaccinated. We too are not immune to this shameful progress. Us homos are no longer revolting, too busy sending dick pics. And I saw St. Peter Tatchell, shirtless, bruised under LEDs at GAY. Colours moved across his scarred flesh like jellyfish stingers as he dreamed of his bisexual future, his post-homophobic Elysium. But how many brothers sat in stripes after the celebrated law change? Sodomy, our lusty labour of love, was a pastime only for those with domestic privacy, doors, walls, curtains. But what if Soho was your house? And how did they feed us this hoax of legality when thousands of comrades still throng the sex offenders register, cottaging, cruising, innocent importuning, even open-mouthed kissing sent us to the dock postured in shame. Oh, my Soho, your neon labyrinth became our plain sight priest hole. And who were these sheathed men, helmeted, rubber-gloved, raiding bars, saunas, WCs, our disorderly houses enemaed one by one? Even holding hands could mean, can still mean, a hospital visit, body in splints. And who am I to write us? Legal ever since I was born, puff, fag, bumchum, fudge packer, the occasional fist, my only hard labours. Such ripe fanfares for a boy deviant, a back row punching bag in the biology lab when Section 28 was making us sick, sicker. Oh, my Soho, am I being ungrateful? All this almost progress, 2017 and we've zipped from mental illness to supposed equal in only 147 years. Contrary sexual sensationalists to citizens worthy of a lifestyle. But did we down our placards for the sake of a good party, our very own ghetto? Oh my Soho, spin me back to your parades, your protests, your pride, when a rainbow flag was a sigil and a cocktail was flaming. Oh my Soho, was there ever an invulnerable queer body? Oh my Soho, my omphalos is your plague pit of crossrail diggings, the bleach stink of your newly rinsed tarmac, your 2-for-1 WKD deals, your tatty rainbow flags, your pawn shops, your cottages. Warren's cup transforms from dirty secret to prize exhibit, but I am like you, my Soho. I'm chock full of shame, riven with dark man-jostling alleyways, a treasure map of buried trauma. In you I have spent my life, drunk, poppered up, tarnished, tear-stained, corroded, Eros-like. Oh my Soho, unfurl the chiseled leaves of my fruit family tree. Give me my batty birthright. Baptize me with pigeon shit, cheap lager, come. Oh my Soho, my urinal utopia, my Mary Jerusalem, my homoland. May I call you my daddy. You teach this queer continuation on the breaking wheel of pansy progress. So I still take my body into dungeons, cubicles, alleyways, flesh to the grindstone, my only weapon against normativity. Oh my Soho, your hunting cry rallies within my hot pink veins, familial voice calling us home to reseed history.